required that all passengers comply with the environmental impact statement, the purpose of which is to conduct training and testing activities to ensure the Navy meets its mission, which is to maintain, train, and equip combat-ready forces capable of winning wars, deterring aggression, and maintaining freedom of the seas. This mission is achieved in part by conducting training and testing activities within the study area. In the unlikely event that the military decide not to use Pagan for their live firing ranges, deep-sea sonars, bombing exercises, and underwater explosives, there are still 14 other islands in the archipelago that the military has deemed ready for takeoff. We ask at this time that you store all carry-on military readiness weapons in the overhead compartments and shut off all colonization devices, as it may interfere with the cultural preservation of our people. We will be taking off shortly, so please, fasten your seatbelts, sit back, and enjoy the flight. There is an island where the wildlife run free, plants and animals that Wuhan has not seen for generations flourish there. Lati and Musum are nearly as numerous as the trees. The native jungles, once home to the Chamorro people, have been empty for nearly 35 years. The landscape stretches like arms, rocks jutting out of the reef like fingertips clawing at the ocean as if it knew that the people were just out of reach. This island is angry. It wants its people back, and volcanic rage awaits the military forces that attempt to replace them in the Pacific. Our people are tied to the land by our heartstrings. Our lungs form mountains. We breathe life into the ocean. The survival of our islands are rooted in our wombs. We can't let them turn it into tombs. We have to choose whether it's worth it to lose who we are and where we're from. We may be some string of islands in the middle of nowhere, but right here, right now, I refuse to be silent, refuse to be obedient, refuse to be some string of islands sitting pretty on the neck of foreign power. These jewels of the Pacific belong in the hands of the indigenous on Pagan. So many things are endangered: the wildlife, the people, the heritage, the culture, and these days, the military can't seem to tell the difference, and I guess my point is that there isn't any. Every bomb dropped sends a shock through our system. Every test leaves a mess of cultural carnage until all that is left will be military readiness. Are you ready for this? For us to be ripped apart by greedy-fingered surgeons, harvesting islands like organs while Pagan becomes a phantom limb, and they'll try